back to SpeakFlow English, the podcast where we help you learn English in a fun, practical, and confidence-building way. I'm Anna.
And I'm Mark. Anna, I have a question for you. Have you ever recorded yourself speaking English and then played it back?
Oh, yes. And let me tell you, the first time I did that, I was shocked.
Right? Because in your head, you sound one way, but when you hear the recording, you sound completely different.
Exactly. I remember thinking, wait, is that really what I sound like? My accent is so much stronger than I thought.
Same here. And I bet a lot of our listeners have had this experience too. You practice and practice, you think you're pronouncing words correctly, but then you hear yourself and realize maybe not so much.
It can be really frustrating, but actually, that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. English pronunciation, why it's challenging, and most importantly, how to improve it.
Yes, because good pronunciation isn't about sounding exactly like a native speaker. It's about being clear and understood. And anyone can improve with the right techniques.
Exactly. So today we're going to share pronunciation secrets that will help you sound clearer, more confident, and more natural when you speak English.
Perfect. But before we dive into this super practical topic, let's take a moment to thank all of you listening right now. Whether you're at home, at work, exercising, or traveling, thank you for being here.
Yes, and if you're new to SpeakFlow English, welcome to our community. We create episodes every week to help you improve your English in real, practical ways, not boring textbook stuff.
And we need your support. If you're enjoying this podcast, please hit that subscribe button right now. Subscribing to SpeakFlow English means you'll never miss an episode, and it helps us reach more English learners around the world.
Absolutely. And please like this episode, share it with friends who are learning English, and leave us a comment. Tell us, what's your biggest pronunciation challenge? Which sounds are hardest for you? We want to hear from you.
Every comment helps us understand what you need, and it connects you with other learners who have the same struggles. You're not alone.
Okay, Mark, are you ready to unlock the secrets of English pronunciation?
I'm so ready. Let's do this.
So today's topic is English pronunciation, specifically why you might sound different than you think and how to improve. Mark, why do you think this is such an important topic?
Well, I think pronunciation is often overlooked. People focus on grammar and vocabulary, but if your pronunciation isn't clear, people might not understand you, even if your grammar is perfect.
Exactly. You could know 10,000 words, but if you can't pronounce them in a way that others understand, communication breaks down.
Right. And here's the thing. Pronunciation affects your confidence. When you know you're pronouncing words correctly, you feel more confident speaking. But when you're unsure, you might avoid speaking altogether.
That's so true. And here's the main idea of today's episode. English pronunciation isn't about eliminating your accent or sounding like a native speaker. It's about clarity and confidence. With awareness of how sounds are made and consistent practice, anyone can dramatically improve their pronunciation.
I love that message because a lot of learners think, I'll never sound like a native speaker, so why try? But that's not the goal.
Exactly. Your accent is part of your identity. The goal is to be understood clearly, not to hide where you're from.
So let's break down the key elements of English pronunciation and give listeners practical tools to improve.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. Mark, what do you think makes English pronunciation so challenging for learners?
Well, I think one big challenge is that English spelling and pronunciation don't always match. Like, why is rough pronounced rough, but though is pronounced though? It doesn't make sense.
You're absolutely right. English has so many silent letters and irregular spellings. Words aren't always pronounced the way they're written.
Exactly. So learners can't just read a word and know how to say it. They need to hear it spoken.
That's why listening is so important for pronunciation. You need to hear the sounds and mimic them. So, technique number 1, listen actively and repeat out loud.
Can you explain what that means?
Sure. When you watch movies, TV shows, or listen to podcasts in English, don't just passively listen. Pause and repeat what you hear. Try to mimic the speaker's pronunciation, rhythm, and intonation.
So it's like being a parrot, just copying exactly what you hear.
Exactly. And technique number 2, pay attention to mouth position. Different sounds require different positions of your tongue, lips, and jaw.
Ooh, this is interesting. Can you give an example?
Sure. Let's take the th sound, like in think or this. Many learners find this difficult because this sound doesn't exist in their native language.
Right? So how do you make the th sound?
You put your tongue between your teeth and blow air out. Your tongue should actually touch your top teeth lightly. Try it with me. Th, th, think. This.
Think. This. Wow, I can feel my tongue position changing.
Exactly. And technique number 3, learn word stress patterns. In English, we stress certain syllables in words, and stressing the wrong syllable can make you hard to understand.
Can you give an example of word stress?
Sure. Take the word photograph. The stress is on the first syllable, photograph. But if you say photograph, it sounds wrong and confusing.
So word stress is like emphasis. You say one part of the word louder or stronger than the others.
Exactly. And in sentences, we also have rhythm, the pattern of stressed and unstressed words that gives English its musical flow.
So English has a natural rhythm and melody?
Yes, for example, I went to the store to buy some bread. The capital words are stressed, and the small words flow quickly between them.
That's so cool. So technique number 4 would be practice the rhythm of English, not just individual words.
Exactly. Now let's talk about technique number 5. Use tongue twisters to practice difficult sounds. Tongue twisters are fun phrases that help you practice specific sounds.
Ooh, I love tongue twisters. Can you give us some examples?
Sure, for the th sound, the 33 thieves thought that they thrilled the throne throughout Thursday.
Okay, that's hard.
Exactly. That's why they're called tongue twisters. Here's one for the R sound. Red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry.
Red lorry, yellow lorry. This is tricky, but fun.
And here's one for the S and SH sounds. She sells seashells by the seashore.
These are great practice tools. And technique number 6, record yourself and compare. Use your phone to record yourself speaking, then compare it to a native speaker saying the same thing.
Yes, this is so helpful because you can hear the differences and adjust. You might think you're saying something correctly, but the recording reveals areas to improve.
And technique number 7, focus on the most common sounds first. Don't try to perfect every sound at once. Start with the sounds that appear most frequently.
Great advice. For example, the vowel sounds in cat, cut, and cot are very common and often confused by learners.
So practice those frequently used sounds first, and your overall clarity will improve dramatically.
Exactly. Now let's talk about some common pronunciation mistakes and how to fix them.
Great idea. What's mistake number 1?
Mistake number 1, ignoring word stress. Learners often say every syllable with equal emphasis, which makes their English sound flat and robotic.
So the fix is learn which syllable to stress in multi-syllable words. You can check dictionaries. They usually show word stress patterns.
Perfect. Mistake number 2, not opening your mouth enough. English requires more mouth movement than some other languages.
So English speakers really use their mouths more, opening wide for certain vowels.
Exactly. Try saying apple with your mouth barely open. It sounds muffled. But if you open your mouth properly, apple, it's much clearer.
That makes sense. Mistake number 3, rushing through words. Learners sometimes speak too fast, which makes their pronunciation sloppy.
Yes, the fix is slow down and pronounce each sound clearly. Speed will come naturally with practice, but clarity comes first.
Great advice. Now let's talk about mindset shifts, because I think a lot of learners feel self-conscious about their accent and pronunciation.
Absolutely. So instead of thinking, my accent is bad and I sound terrible, try saying, my accent shows where I come from, and that's beautiful. I'm working on clarity, not perfection.
Love that. Or instead of, I'll never sound like a native speaker, say, I don't need to sound like a native speaker. I just need to be understood clearly.
Yes. And instead of, people will judge my pronunciation, say, most people appreciate that I'm learning their language. They'll help me, not judge me.
Perfect. And instead of, pronunciation is too hard to improve, say, with consistent practice and the right techniques, my pronunciation gets better every day.
These mindset shifts are so important. They remove shame and replace it with pride and motivation.
Exactly. Now let's talk about the benefits of improving your pronunciation.
Great idea. Benefit number 1, people will understand you more easily. Clear pronunciation means fewer misunderstandings and smoother conversations.
Benefit number 2, you'll feel more confident speaking. When you know you're pronouncing words correctly, you'll speak more freely and naturally.
Benefit number 3, your listening skills will improve too. When you practice making sounds correctly, you'll recognize them better when others speak.
And benefit number 4, you'll make a better impression in professional and social situations. Clear pronunciation shows professionalism and effort.
Yes, and here's the positive cycle. You practice pronunciation daily, which improves your clarity. People understand you better, which boosts your confidence. You speak more, which gives you more practice, and your pronunciation continues to improve.
I love that cycle. Now let's give listeners some practical daily goals.
Perfect. Goal number 1, practice one difficult sound for 5 minutes today. Choose a sound you struggle with, like the, or R, or V, and repeat words with that sound.
Goal number 2, record yourself reading a short paragraph in English. Listen to the recording and notice which words or sounds need improvement.
Goal number 3, learn the stress pattern of 5 new words this week. When you learn a new word, also learn which syllable to stress.
And goal number 4, repeat one tongue twister 10 times. Choose one that targets your difficult sounds and practice it daily.
These goals are simple, achievable, and powerful. Now let's share some power phrases to keep listeners motivated.
Yes, here's the first one. My pronunciation improves every time I practice. I'm getting clearer every day.
Love it. Here's another. I don't need perfect pronunciation. I need clear communication, and I'm achieving that.
Perfect. How about my accent is part of my unique identity? I'm proud of where I come from.
Yes. And here's one more. Every time I mimic a native speaker, I'm training my mouth and my ear to improve.
Those are empowering. Now let's talk about fun ways to practice pronunciation.
Great idea. Method 1, sing along to English songs. Music helps you practice rhythm, intonation, and pronunciation in a fun way.
Method 2, watch movies or TV shows and repeat dialogue. Pause after a character speaks and repeat exactly what they said, copying their pronunciation.
Method 3, use pronunciation apps. Apps like Elsa Speak or Speechling give you instant feedback on your pronunciation.
Method 4, join online conversation groups. Practice speaking with other learners and native speakers who can give you gentle feedback.
And method 5, read children's books out loud. They use simple language with clear pronunciation, perfect for practice.
These are all such practical and fun methods. And listeners, remember, pronunciation improvement is a gradual process. Don't expect perfection overnight.
Exactly. Every small improvement matters. Maybe today you pronounce the correctly 5 times. Tomorrow it might be 6. That's progress.
And here's an important truth. Even native speakers have different accents and pronunciation styles. There's no one correct way to speak English.
Right. British English sounds different from American English, which sounds different from Australian English, which sounds different from Indian English, and they're all valid.
So don't stress about sounding perfect. Focus on being clear, confident, and understood.
Okay, everyone, we're coming to the end of today's episode. Mark, can you summarize the main points for our listeners?
Of course. So today we talked about why English pronunciation is challenging, mismatched spelling and sounds, silent letters, irregular patterns, 7 techniques to improve, listen and repeat, pay attention to mouth position, learn word stress, practice rhythm, use tongue twisters, record yourself, focus on common sounds first. Common mistakes: ignoring word stress, not opening your mouth enough, rushing through words. Mindset shifts: embracing your accent, focusing on clarity, not perfection, rejecting shame. Benefits: better understanding, more confidence, improved listening, better impressions. The positive improvement cycle. Small daily practice goals. Power phrases for motivation. Fun practice methods. Singing, movies, apps, conversation groups, reading aloud. The truth? There's no one correct English pronunciation, just clarity and confidence.
Perfect summary. And here's the most important message. Don't compare yourself to native speakers. The only question that matters is my pronunciation a little clearer than yesterday?
Yes, maybe yesterday you struggled with TH sounds, and today you got it right once. That's progress. Celebrate it.
Exactly. Every small win counts. And remember, your accent is beautiful. It tells your story and shows your journey.
And here's the truth. Most people will admire you for speaking a second or third language, not judge your accent or pronunciation.
So true. And here's a challenge for you. Today, practice one tongue twister or record yourself reading one paragraph. Just start somewhere.
Just one small action, and then come back here and leave us a comment telling us which sound you practiced or which tongue twister you tried.
We want to hear from you and celebrate your progress with you.
Okay, before we go, we want to ask for your support. If this episode helped you understand pronunciation better, please subscribe to SpeakFlow English right now.
And please share this episode with a friend who's learning English. Maybe you could even practice tongue twisters together.
And leave us a comment. Tell us what's your most challenging sound in English, or share a tongue twister that you want to master.
We'll be back next week with another practical, helpful episode to support your English learning journey.
Until then, remember, clarity is more important than perfection. Practice with patience, and your pronunciation will improve.
So go ahead, open your mouth, make those sounds, and speak with confidence. You've got this.
Keep learning, stay positive, and most importantly, speak clearly and proudly.
Bye, everyone. Keep flowing with English.
Bye. Remember, your accent is your superpower, not your weakness.